She is a psychic medium, an author, and spiritual wellness guide with VIP clients all over the world.
And when Lisa Williams is not busy connecting with spirits who have passed on, she's helping people and hope. They're finding hope, healing, transformation on her new podcast. She joins us this morning from upstate New York. Good morning to you, Lisa.
Good morning.
All right, thanks for joining us. Let's dive right into this. You've been called one of the world's most recognized psychic mediums. When did you first realize you had these abilities and gifts?
So I think, I thought everybody grew up with them. I thought, I was 4 years old when I started to see people and handsome faces coming at the wall with me. And then I realized that it was much later. It was a gift that came to me when I was probably about 20. And then I started to develop it over the last 30 years. And that's become my career.
So describe your gift of intuition. Walk us through what actually happens when you feel like you're connecting with someone who has passed on.
So for me, it's almost like I feel this energy and it comes through and I have this energy and I just connect into it. And then what I like to do is I like to just allow it to sort of become what it needs to become. We all have those moments where we think, oh, this is going to happen. Oh, I wonder if this person's going to call me. And that's actually what happens for me, although it's a little bit more heightened because I've used it like a muscle and I've developed it a lot more. And I think now it's become this thing that I've relied on.
So we're so fascinated by this entire ability that you have. So wondering, do these spirits ever come through at inconvenient moments? Like when you're shopping at the grocery store or something like that, all of a sudden you're like, wait, have a That's So Raven moment?
So, it's so funny because on the TV show, we used to do that. We used to go up to random people on the street and I would say, hey, did you know your brother's standing with you? And they would absolutely get freaked out. But I do try to shut it off now. I think you have to, otherwise it would just overtake your life.
Okay, and Lisa, psychic ability isn't backed by scientific evidence or data. Some people think it's a total scam. So what do you say to skeptics?
Well, I actually say that now in society, because of the research that's happening in the brain, we're starting to notice that there is more and more data that is driven towards intuition. And of course, there's always going to be a skeptic out there. But what I'd like to say to the skeptics are, those people who do believe, who need that hope, who need that healing, who need that transformation, let them find it in their way. Just because someone doesn't believe in it, that's okay. And there is no judgment about it.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to religion, right? You find it yourself or you don't. And, hey, we all have our thing. So you recently launched your podcast, Hope, Healing, and Transformation. What kinds of stories and experiences are you sharing there?
Well, I'm sharing everything really from how to communicate with their body and how we actually hold a lot of grief, anxiety, pressures, childhood trauma in our body, through to actually doing readings where I'm communicating with people's loved ones and helping them through the transition and find the way that they can move forward in their own life. And so it really covers a huge amount, many topics to actually help people realize they're not alone. And I think that's the hardest thing in this world. People feel alone.
Yeah, a loneliness epidemic. It's even been called by the U.S. Surgeon General a few years ago. So you have something that people can take home with them, our viewers. Tell us about the 3-minute reset. How does it work and what is it?
The 3-minute reset is super easy. It's really anytime you need it. It's placing the hand on the heart, because this pressure that we have on our heart just allows us to realize we're present. Noticing our feet, where our feet are standing, and maybe even looking at them, and then taking 3 deep breaths. And in that moment, allowing your nervous system to completely reset. And then it's just sometimes asking yourself, what do I need in this moment? What is going to give me clarity? And then taking another deep breath and moving forward with your day. And it's just those little moments that we can do, noticing where our feet are, looking at the ground, being very present, and it changes everything.
All right, Lisa.
I already feel better. I'm sitting here doing it. Yeah.
Don't fall asleep on me now.
No, I'm relaxed, good, I'm ready.
All right, Lisa, don't go too far. We'll have much more with Lisa coming up. She'll be doing a little live reading a little later on this morning, so be sure to stick around for that. In the meantime, you can learn more by visiting lisawilliams.com. Follow her on Instagram at Lisa Williams Medium, and check out her podcast, Hope, Healing, and Transformation with Lisa Williams, available everywhere you get your podcasts. Lisa Williams, thank you for joining us. We're coming right back after this.
Okay, welcome back.
Last hour, we first introduced you to psychic medium Lisa Williams.
Well, she's back via Zoom from New York to give us a cold reading right now on the air. So, Lisa, walk us through this. What is a cold reading? What are we doing? Are you connecting with the spirit world right now?
Okay, so a lot of people have like negative ideas about what a cold reading is. And so people think that a cold reading is when it's very, very general. And so it really isn't. And so my aim is to give you a reading, hopefully one of you can relate to. And yes, I'm going to tell you, there is somebody here that has been driving me mad for the last maybe 30 minutes, and I've written some notes, and so I don't know where we're going with this, so we'll just see.
Okay, so
Sure.
take it away. Yeah, we're
All
going to let you
right,
direct
so
this.
I had this guy that was coming through, big personality, and I'm not sure which one it's for, but he showed me that he was actually coming in again, and he's coming through, and he's got a real big personality. He shows me he passed very, very suddenly, and he shows me that this was a massive impact for a lot of people in some aspects. I'm not sure if this relates to one or all of you, but as I'm talking about it, he's actually he's laughing about it. He's also showing me that he would push people's buttons, and he was a big person. A lot of people loved him as well. Does this make sense
Come
to
on.
any of
Or
you?
did you Google this show's history?
No, I mean, I have no idea about who this person is, so I'm just going to share with you what I get.
Okay.
So if I can carry on, and I'll
Yes.
give you.
Okay.
He's given me this fact that he's super humble, but I will also say, and he's joking about the fact that he would push everyone's buttons though. And sometimes he would push the buttons intentionally to get a rise out of certain people. Does this all make sense as well?
I mean, I feel
I
like
mean, this
that.
could be, if they're talking about someone who passed away, this could be my friend Kyle, seriously. So, I mean, keep going.
Okay. He's also making me aware that he's talking about riding a bike. And he loves bike riding, or there's something about being on the bike and making sure, and he's dragging people along, and he's causing either he's saying that somebody was lazy, or you were lazy, or if you wouldn't go with him, you were lazy. But he's talking about sleeping. There's something about wanting to snore, and it's about his snore. I don't know whether he would have this snore about him, but he's talking about he's snoring, and he's saying that he would caught off guard and he could nap anywhere. Do you understand? Does this make any sense?
Oh my gosh. Are you, I mean, we know what you're talking about, but
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
but all of this stuff is also, known publicly about him. So how do we know that you didn't
I don't
just
actually know.
Google?
Right. Okay. Well, this is all I have to say is I just keep feeling as though I've got this guy, and I've written copious notes here, and these copious notes, he'd got huge personality. And in fact, I'm going to put my glasses on. Huge personality, a lot of fun. He loves his family with kids. Sudden passing. He had everyone loved him. He was quiet, and he would sneak up on you. So there was this feeling he would. I don't know whether he would sneak up on you and play practical jokes.
I don't think she's talking
loved-
about Sam.
Okay.
I
Well,
thought
especially-
so
well,
with
also,
the bike.
when she talked about the bikes.
Well, he did that bike
But he
ride.
used the
bikes is
motorized
re-
bike. He wouldn't be on other people for being lazy.
Okay, go for
Yeah,
it.
and he's talking about loving, helping, and he would push people's buttons, and he just keeps showing me that he put on a good front. But the other thing is he could be very, very quiet when he wanted to be. It's like he could be quite quiet. He didn't want to always be center of attention, and he would just be quiet. And I do feel here
That's not
that this
Sam.
massive personality. Does this all make sense?
Well, we're feeling like little different bits and bops
could it
of
be
different people.
your
What
friend
about
Kyle?
your friend?
I mean, there's some things in there.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but
Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody that comes to mind for you?
No, not for me. Other than Sam
telling-
is what my thought was.
And at first, what she was describing sounded a lot like Chris Burrows.
Oh.
A lot
He's showing me
like
he
Chris
had darker hair as well. So he had darker hair. He may have carried a little bit of weight on his face, and I keep being shown these little chubby cheeks.
Both
And
of
he
them.
shows me, he talks about the heart problem. He either had a
Oh,
heart
wow.
problem, there was difficulties with his heart.
mean,
He's
that's
also
what happened
showing
to
me
Sam.
how this was a big impact. He also gives me that this was out of the blue. He's also showing me that there was some form of either complaints beforehand or he hadn't been feeling well. And he talks about him being, show me what else this was. He puts me in his home for some reason. He puts me in his house, and he puts me with the sunlight. So I'm not sure if he was actually, he loved the sunlight because he keeps putting me in this window with the sun, but he keeps bringing me into the heart problem that took him.
Well, a lot of that does.
That does sound like
describe
Sam, our very own Sam Rubin, who we lost
This
last
is-
May. So thank you for
Yeah.
that, Lisa. Really appreciate that
welcome.
reading.
Any
welcome.
thoughts to leave us with, or?
Yeah, so actually he's showing, here's what I've just been told. It's like, again, the message was, I'm watching you all. I'm watching you. I've loved all that you've done. And it's a real honor to have been part of a bigger picture, real honor to be part of the bigger picture. And he has great appreciation for you, for all that you have done. I'm not sure what that would mean, but he's saying, and he wants to give a great deal of love to those, it's given a great deal of love to his family, which meant the world to him, especially his children as well. And I want to make sure that gets put across. His children mean the world to him.
Well, thank you for being on with us, Lisa. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome.
And you can check more out on Lisa Williams at her website, lisawilliams.com. You can also check out her podcast, Hope, Healing, and Transformation with Lisa Williams, available everywhere you get your podcasts. We'll be right back.